Hello Leo, Leo Rising, Leo Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting November 27th, 2017. Just a quick reminder for all of you out there, remember that if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So, what is going on this week in your astrology? Well, on Tuesday, we've got Mercury, planet of communication, haste, and speed, forming a tight conjunction with Saturn, currently in your 5th house of love and romance and your relationships with your kids. And it looks like there is something that needs some immediate correction as it revolves around a misinterpretation of a statement, a promise, or something that has been set in motion. Now, this could actually be a need to sort of check in or just check the situation as it relates to maybe a partner's misunderstanding about the terms of an agreement that we've made, or a child's understanding or perhaps responsibility to their obligation and their part in the situation. Usually when we get Mercury and Saturn conjunct, we're talking about a correction. And again, this could be something where either a misinterpretation has been happening, and this could be something that we've all been agreeing to do together, whether it's, how we and a partner are going forward in our relationship, agreements that we've been making about, big shifts, big commitments that we're trying to make, or again, possibly even with one of our children or even our adult children, maybe not necessarily understanding their responsibilities to a T, and things kind of getting a little frayed at the ends. But luckily, again, Mercury connecting to Saturn this way is an opportunity for correction. On Saturday, we've got Jupiter, planet of luck, abundance, and expansion in your 4th house of home and family, forming a gorgeous trine to Neptune, currently in your 8th house of shared resources and passive income. And this is a gift. This is a benefic opportunity for a lot of Leo people to actually cash in on something that's coming to them, either through family or through home, or perhaps even a home-based business. This could be wonderful for finding out for some opportunity for maybe new financing, qualifying for a better mortgage, possibly even finding out that we've scored a great deal of venture capital. This is also good when it comes to investments that you have. If you've been wondering how maybe a certain 401k plan or a retirement plan or something that you've thrown some money into with the hopes of growing some, you may be noticing a quicker kickback than expected. So what is going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Spider. And the prompt of the Spider is saying be meticulous and patient. And this is basically, again, talking about a need to pay attention to, correcting any kind of issues, any kind of phrase or flaws, in a way where we are catching them in the moment. We don't let things just kind of build up. We think about the spider lives in its web, and if there's any kind of flaw in that design, guess what? The spider doesn't have a home. The spider's going to have to restart. The spider is going to, not be able to eat. And when we talk about the meticulousness of this card this week, again, what have we been letting slide too much? Now, we do need to be patient, okay? People don't learn as quickly as we'd like them to most of the time. However, with this card, it's also saying, hey, Leo, where have you been kind of giving too much a pass? Where have you been waiting for maybe people to figure out too much on their own? Or maybe, again, where are you maybe tolerating some some cracks that could turn into bigger flaws down the road? This doesn't necessarily mean there's anything bad. We are catching something before it becomes a real problem. And this week it's important not to be passive and wait. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we have the 8 of Swords reversed. And this is a beautiful card to get reversed. Reversed cards can be good, goddammit. A lot of people just get superstitious. And, with the 8 of Swords reversed, we always talk about a release or freedom. And in the 8 of Swords reversed instance, this could be a go-ahead for a lot of you. If there's been something kind of stuck in waiting, whether it's a delivery, whether it's a callback, whether it's, another person's involvement, where have we been sort of forced to wait on somebody who's basically been paralyzed? Someone's had stop cast on them. The interesting thing about the 8 of Swords reversed, we have this person finally getting ready to interact, whether it's a company you've applied to, or again, a project ready to go forward, or somebody actually getting over any kind of doubts or trepidations about a good prospect they're supposed to be sharing with you. If you've been feeling like it's been held up for too long, or somebody has been, again, taking their sweet ass time, this is the week where we finally have, again, motion. Very nice. For your communications with air when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Eight of Wands reversed. While everything seems to be speeding up with you in your life, somebody's going to be needing to slow down. There could be some interesting conversations with a friend or a relative that you have been collaborating with, or somebody that you've been spending a lot of time with, working with. And with the, with the Eight of Wands reversed, I feel like they're not able to keep up. Whether it's keep up on their end of the bargain. Okay, we talked about relatives. Could be one of your kids, like we saw with Saturn and Mercury. Or it could be them not being able to do their part as fast or keep up with the pace that you have set. Okay, now this doesn't have to be a bad card. Again, with the spider, we're simply trying to get everything working in a way that everyone is going to be the strongest link in the chain they can be. And if with the Eight of Wands reversed is popping up in this capacity, it's saying, again, somebody is probably not capable of going as fast as everybody else. It doesn't mean that this is a failure or that anyone's wrong for the job, but we may have delegated them the wrong responsibility or the wrong timeline, or they over-volunteered for it, which can also happen. So we just need to correct that. Your challenge this week with fire is the Four of Cups, upright. And, I'll give you the good first. The Four of Cups, again, really no problems, but no excitement either. And that's kind of how the Four of Cups goes. We kind of get this sense of feeling a bit bored, feeling a bit humdrum, feeling a little bit like, eh. And with the Four of Cups, as an upright card as your challenge, it's basically saying, well, Leo, where are you doing everything a bit too wash, rinse, and repeat? Check yourself every once in a while this week. Have you been copying and pasting your usual plans? Have you been doing what are you doing over and over the same way? And I don't care what your personality is, people grow. The Four of Cups can indicate a need to pay attention to where we've prematurely been set in our ways. We can also be dealing with other people who are prematurely set in their ways, or perhaps being set in our ways doesn't have to be an inevitability after all. And that may be something that we all have to learn a little bit about. If something is not going forward, it's probably because we're trying to use a hammer to fix a car. And it just indicates diversifying our tools. And again, be careful about copying and pasting your solutions a little bit too much this week. There may be a temptation to do so because things seem a little bit familiar, or perhaps other people are doing it because they don't know any better. Either way, it's not a way to do it. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And I'll have to keep an eye on this as well, being a Leo moon myself. With the Ace of Pentacles energy reversed, it can indicate, some instability. Alright, when we talk about instability, we tend to see things starting off on shaky ground. It doesn't have to be the end of the world, though. For those of you who are single and looking, you may actually encounter somebody this week that really wants to get a lot of firm plans and a lot of firm, a lot of firm, I guess you could say, let's just say plans underway with you for dating, for hanging out. But there's something shaky about it. The Ace of Pentacles reversed is saying, this isn't exactly structured. We're building a house on sand here. Doesn't mean we can't build a house, we just got to find a new place to do it. And the Ace of Coins reversed can often show up as a bit of a warning about, maybe things taking off a bit too fast, people kind of getting a little love drunk. And, this week it's not necessarily bad that you do, it's just don't stay there. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Ace of Coins reverse can indicate, again, be careful about maybe the temptation to skirt your responsibilities a bit too much when it comes to a partner. Sometimes I've seen this card show up for couples that kind of shrink their world, so to speak. And I'm kind of getting that. If you and a partner are definitely trying to take some time for yourselves, you deserve it. Make sure that it's not us in our own little world is all it needs to be. Because what can happen is that sometimes we have a tendency to forget we left something outside. It's like forgetting to bring the dog in. Don't do that either. And with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, there's just a need to pay attention to getting things back into order. We may be a bit too impulsive, a bit too rash with decisions that we're making as a couple this week. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed is saying the decisions aren't necessarily bad, it's more about the timing and the implementation. And you and your partner will need to do more to work that out. Try to step away from impulse, okay? Like I said, I'll keep that in mind too. So that is your horoscope, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.